All right, in this video demonstration, we're going to play around with some offline files. I'm a Windows 7 machine, and I'm going to go to my computer, Windows Explorer, and go to my shared folder where my dangerzone.txt file is. And I'm going to right-click on that file and make it available offline. So notice how it says, again, right-click, always available offline. Click on that. It's going to go ahead and do a little synchronization. It has done that. Close it out. Done. Close this out, and then we're going to go in and disable my adapter, disable my NIC. Again, this is a simulation of us being out of the office. So we're going to kind of leave out of the office by disabling our NIC. And then we're going to go in and make a change to and save that dangerzone.txt file. So let's go in just as we normally would. Computer. Hey, there's the dangerzone.txt file. Let's open it up. Hey, even though I don't have access to it physically because my adapter is disabled, I'm still going to make a change. Top Gun Academy is awesome, but the Marine Corps is better. How about that? Let's do that. Close that out, and we do want to save it. Let's close this out. Now let's go back in and act like we came back into the office on Monday, so to speak, by enabling our NIC. So we've got our adapter back online. Give it just a second. All right, looks like our NIC is back online. And here's our little synchronization button. We're going to go to our sync setter, and we want to go to our offline files and sync offline files. Notice it says sync is completed. Now we're going to go over to server C, because the behavior of what just occurred should have been that since the server version was not modified but the Windows 7 version was, so to speak, that Windows 7 version should have automatically overwritten what was on server C. So let's go in there and take a look. C drive, and Top Gun was our folder name. There's dangerzone.txt, and look, there it is. There's our modification. So we see that it was done. Let's go back to our Windows 7 machine, and we're going to disable our NIC, again, seeing as if we are out of the office. Now let's go create another scenario by going back to server C. Again, I'm on server C. Let's go back into that folder, to our Top Gun folder. And let's make another change to this core. And I'm going to say Top Gun Academy. Top Gun Academy is awesome, and I'm just going to get rid of that, but the Marine Corps is better. Put 2 exclamation points at the end there. Close that out and save it. So showing that we made some changes on the server while the laptop or the other machine was offline. Now let's go back to our Windows 7 machine, and let's enable that NIC one more time, showing that we maybe came back into the office on Monday. Wait for it to finish up here. Let's go back out to our sync setter, and let's right click on our file and say sync offline files. It says hey, sync is completed. Now if we go look at our offline file, we see that dangerzone.txt is in fact changed to Top Gun Academy is awesome with those 2 exclamation points. All right, let's go one more time here on our Windows 7 machine and disable this NIC, and we're going to set up a conflict. So we're going to disable this NIC, and we are going to make a change on our Windows 7 machine to the file. Just say no, USMC is better. Close that out and save it. And while that is still disabled, or our NIC is still disabled, let's go back over to the C drive, go to our file in Top Gun, which again is still going to say Top Gun Academy is awesome, and I'll make a change to it and say yes, It is awesome. And save that. So now we have two different versions. So the version on the server has changed and the version on Windows 7 has changed as well. Now let's go back to our Windows 7 machine and let's enable that network adapter, acting like we have come into work on Monday morning. And again, we're going to have a conflict now because the version locally on Windows 7 has changed and the version on the server has also changed. So when we go back in and we do some synchronization, notice how it came up here. It has this little exclamation point here. It says there's a conflict, yikes, of what's going on. So if I look at this conflict, it says there's a conflict with dangerzone.txt. And notice what it says here. It says, what would you like to do? Would you like to keep this version that's on this computer? Would you like to keep the version that's on the server on this location, or would you like to keep a copy of both versions? So let's say keep a copy of both versions, and let's go over to server C and see what both of those versions look like. So let's go over to server C and go to our Top Gun folder and see we have one that is our dangerzone.txt, which is the local one, and this is the one that we made a modification to on the laptop. I keep saying laptop, it's the Windows 7 machine, of course. I just used laptop on my demonstration analogy that I was talking about. And we can see that this one says no, USMC is better. So at that point, we'd have to make a decision. We're going to copy and paste content into one or the other. So that's what happens with offline files. Good stuff there. And that's all we had to do for this portion of the lab.